Hello, YouTube friends and family. Welcome back to a Monday edition of Driving Up Stocks. As always, I'm your host, Cody, otherwise known as Chef Icon. Coming at you here with our update on how our stock week ended for Friday, 6/5. First, I do want to apologize. I had some technical difficulties with my Thursday video. I used a different camera. There were parts where the audio glitched out, there were parts where the video glitched out, and there were parts where nothing at all recorded. So that was a complete epic fail. Then Friday, ended up getting called into work early, had some things going on. So I do apologize for not having a Thursday update, which means we got a lot to go over here in a short amount of time, folks. So thanks for tuning in. If it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button down there, or down there, wherever it is on your screen. It's probably not up there, but whatever, who cares. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. If you have not already hit the like button, make sure you not only hit the like button, but you muscle man Randy Savage elbow drop that like button. So, got to read some notes here. I'm parked, don't worry, not driving dangerously. Did have a lot of activity, especially towards the end of last trading week. It was a very good week for the market overall. Things were definitely up. A lot more is open. Things are starting to get, I mean, granted, we're all, wearing the masks and everything. I actually got one of mine right here in case I had to go in anywhere, but I don't. Yes. But yeah, aside from having to wear the masks and things like that, I mean, we're starting to get some kind of normalcy back in our lives, which is a very good thing if you ask me. So, just getting right into it. We finished the week at $226.40. Very nice end to the week. That put us up from the previous Friday's close, just under 14%, like 13.9394, something like that. So basically, we were up 14% this week. So made 3 sales last week. First, as we mentioned in one of the previous videos, we did decide we were going to sell Plug Power and Zynga. I did end up selling those. Zynga actually took a big run up because they bought out another game maker in Turkey. What was that deal? What did they say that deal was? Like $1.8 billion. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of money for like a little mobile gaming. Basically where they got their start and what they're famous for is their mobile gaming apps. So kudos to Zynga and thank you, because I was going to end up making like $6 off of that, and then ended up making a lot more than that because it shot way up from, around $5 up to, I sold it at $9.40 a share. I had 2 shares. Again, as I previously mentioned, both of those were from referrals off my Robinhood referral link. If you're not already signed up with Robinhood and you'd like to, don't know if you heard that. Pretty sure that was a gunshot. Probably gonna die. Not really. There's a gun range a few miles down the road, and once in a great while you can hear it. So yeah, Zynga, we sold for $9.40 a share. My Robinhood app link is down below if you have not signed up and are interested in signing up. If you do decide you want to sign up, you don't want to use my referral link, don't have to. Just make sure you spread the love out there. Use somebody's referral link. That way you both end up big winners with free stocks. Anyway, that was one. I had gotten 2 shares off a couple different referrals. So I did sell out of those at $9.40 each. So we made $18 and oh, I cannot talk. $18.80 off of that sale. Sorry. Plug Power, that ended up going up on a little bit of a run. I didn't hit it at the peak because it was up over $4.50 a share. And when I sold out, where was it? $4.28. So I still made $8.56 off of that. I mean, so we made close to $30 just off of those, selling out of those 2 positions. And then sneaky out of freaking nowhere, I kept missing out. As you know, I've been trying to sell out of my JC Penney positions because they filed for bankruptcy. The price tanked, so I was just kind of hanging on to those to try to get the best price that I could out of those. And it was sitting down around like 16 cents. Once in a while it would pop up to like 20. But I kept missing out on opportunities because, as I mentioned, I at least 4 or 5 different times it had jumped up. Like my average cost was 28 cents. It would jump up 30 cents, 31 cents, 30 whatever, and I'd miss it because I was working. Um, and I hadn't set a limit order just because I was trying to get the most out of it that I could. And finally, after like the fourth or fifth time that I missed a chance to sell for over 30 cents or whatever, or at least make my money back, I finally took my good friend Lily's advice. Thank you, Lily Marie. Um, and I just did a limit order, and I kind of forgot about it actually because it's just been hanging out there, 2, 3 weeks or whatever. I set it at 29 cents. That way I was getting an extra penny at least off of each share that sold. And just out of nowhere, man, it just jumped up. Part of that was on some news. There's a company called Sycamore Partners that's looking to buy them out, so that kind of spiked their stock. So I sold at 30 cents. It hovered around 30 cents the rest of the day for a while. I think I looked today, and it actually jumped up to like over 60 cents a share. So kudos to them. But if you're not familiar with Sycamore Partners, neither was I. I had to do a little bit of digging on them. They're basically they're not publicly traded. They're privately owned. They're a private fund. They own a lot of companies. I honestly, maybe it's just me being in the Midwest. Maybe they're more like East Coast, West Coast companies. But out of their whole list of companies that they had, I only knew like 3 of them, and one of them's out of business. The 2 that are still in business that I'm familiar with, they own Hot Topic. Like about everybody knows Hot Topic. And then Staples, the business supply place, which I thought they were gone. I thought they had the ones that didn't go out of business. I thought, what are they called? Office Depot? Office Depot, I think. Yeah, that's what we have around here. I think is Office Depot, or maybe it's Office Depot went out and Staples bought them. I don't know, but they're not real popular anymore because most people just buy all that stuff online now. Furniture, desks, office supplies in general, or a lot of times it's cheaper to go to your big box stores like your Walmarts and whatnot. So don't see too many of them around here, but they didn't really have a lot of companies I'd heard of, but they're looking at buying pennies, so that's kind of jumped up the price of the stock there. So I was able to get out of them. So where did we end up on those? $10.44. I mean, not a whole lot, but again, figure they're 28 cents a share is what I bought in, or my average price, so we weren't going to make a fortune off of those. So that puts you at $40 right there. So what did we do with that money? Well, don't forget, we still had our $10 that we had put in for May, just kind of hanging out there, just chilling. So we had, for our very, very small account, we had a lot of money just sitting there, ready to get into some positions. So what I did is, throughout the course of a couple days, I bought into Realty Income, ticker symbol O. We know I love that company. I bought in 3 times, $5 a shot. My average cost was $60.90 between the 3. I bought another $10 worth of Disney in 2 increments over a couple days. What was my average cost? It was weird. $123.46 was my average cost there. I did also decide, I had picked up ABBV, and that was the one that I talked about. I was either going to keep it and swing trade it, or use it just as a swing trade, which is what I originally got in it, or I was, depending on kind of how I felt about it, I was just going to hang on to it for a long term for the dividend, because it's one that has been on my watch list for a while. I did decide to keep it, so I bought another $5 worth of ABBV at $90.18. And I did move, well, I didn't have to move it actually, because I got rid of all of my swing trades. I have nothing that I'm swing trading right now. So I've gotten out of all my positions there. So normally I would move Verizon that I had bought a while back up or down, leave that down there. But I actually was ready to move that one up into my long term because I'm going to hang on to it. I'm not feeling the greatest about it. I don't know. I have a Verizon phone plan, whatever. So I probably should try to get some of my money back somehow. I mean, hang on to that. It grows. I make money back there. Get paid that dividend. So kind of a win-win, but I decided I was going to hang on to that. So there's currently nothing that I was swing trading as of, again, Friday. As far as my what are those things called that I don't like? My cryptocurrencies, my Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Dogecoin. They are such a tease. Like I said, Litecoin and Ethereum, those are going to be ones that I'm hanging on to for a while before they get back up to a break even point for me. But Dogecoin and Bitcoin, actually, I think even right now they are still where I would make a profit, but it's like very minuscule. So I have a certain amount in mind that I want to get back from both of those, and it gets right there, like it touches it. It's like a fraction of a penny away from where I want it to be to sell, and then it just falls off the table, and then it climbs back up. That's what it did pretty much all last week, all through the weekend. It would go up and up, and it actually at one point I think Bitcoin was at a selling point, but it was on such a run that I just let it run. But it just, when it dropped, I mean it ran, and then it just fell off the face of the earth, right off the planet. I mean, it was like flat earthers were coming out of the woodwork, just shoving it off the edge of the world there. So that one, I'm just sitting there watching it dance around my sell point. But again, like I said, I'm in the money right now on it, so if I really wanted the money, I could sell out. But I'm not that desperate. I really am trying to stick to making sure I get that price point that I'm looking for out of those. So kind of to wrap up, I did want to I got you guys updated on the JC Penney bankruptcy. I mean, that's official, but they do have, it looks like they have a buyer as long as everything goes through. AMC, that kind of dipped a little bit, but then went back up because they did have an announcement last week. Previously they had said that they thought they had enough money to pay all their bills, pay all their debts and everything. I think originally it was through the summer, and then after some of these incentives came out and the government bailouts and things, then they kind of extended it and said we could probably get till Thanksgiving. Well, now it's back to we don't know if we're going to make it through the summer. Now, they're not really helping themselves, in my opinion, because we have like a little local one-screen theater. It's not an AMC. I mean, it's a privately owned place. And there's some other ones I've heard of in the area, not even just in Ohio. There's, I think people have talked about it. Let's see, Brianna, I think you had discussed it. I'm sure you're going to watch this. You usually watch my videos, and thank you for that. I think it was you. You're in Wyoming, and didn't you say your theaters were doing like a drive-up thing where you could buy candy and popcorn? Anyhow, if it wasn't you, there was somebody that had commented on one of my videos, and that was, you know, further out west, that was doing the same thing that the locals are doing here, which was like I can call up my local theater and they'll come out, curbside service, give me a soda, you know, popcorn, you know, candy. They've got package deals and stuff like that. And then I can go home. Well, I can just sit in my car and keep my popcorn and my candy if I want to, or I can take it home, watch a movie, and have like that whole theater experience, I guess, in the comforts of my home. So the big chains aren't really doing that. Like about 20 minutes from me, there's a big Regal. They aren't doing crap, but sitting there closed. The AMC that's closest to me is about a half hour away. They're not doing anything. I'm not hearing AMCs and these big chains really helping their cause at all. So yeah, so I see why they're thinking they're not going to be able to pay their bills, because some of these other theaters are actually taking steps and doing things to make money. At least the smaller local ones, but these big ones for some reason aren't doing that. And it could be regulation. I don't know. It could be something with that. I have no clue. But you think if the little guy can do it, the big guy can definitely do it. But hey, it's just me. Let me consult my notes here, make sure I didn't miss anything. Trying to get used to reading as if I have bifocals, because about 2 years ago my eye doctor told me that she was going to let me go until I was doing these numbers when I was reading their charts before she made me wear bifocals. I'm not old enough for bifocals. Ugh. But I have an eye appointment tomorrow, and whenever I go have my eye appointments, I always fear the worst. Like, this is going to be the one where they're going to throw me in bifocals. Anyhow, again, apologize for my lack of uploads last week. Appreciate you tuning in. I appreciate your support. Hey, last time I looked, I'm like 6 subscribers away from 300. So we're like almost a third of the way to 1,000. We're way off on our watch hours, but hey, we're getting close. You know, say we're getting close. We're getting to that, closer to that halfway point at least, to on the road to monetization. So thank you for tuning in. If it's your first time, hopefully you come back. Hopefully I didn't scare you off. Hopefully, you know, everything's open where you're at. Where I am at, we are officially, as of today, back to a full-blown 3-shift operation across all departments. We have brought back a couple weeks ago we brought back all of our full-time, but as of today we started bringing back, we have about 30% of our operation is temporaries. We started phasing some of them back in this week, so very nice, getting people back to work. So that's a good thing. Get this economy stimulated, and that way we can keep driving up stocks. So thank you, as always, for joining us while we drive up stocks. And until next time, I'm Cody. Thanks for being here. Much mean, Randy Savage. Elbow drop that like button and subscribe. See ya.